Hello everyone, Roha360 here. I hope everyone is doing well. I am coming to you again. I am making a lot of progress with myself. I was able to write out a purpose for my life. And my purpose is that I want to inspire other people through my life experiences to live better lives no matter the circumstances. So tonight I wanted to talk to you about happiness. What is happiness and what does that look like? So, I've had a lot of really rough blows in the last 3 years. The last 3 years were horrific. I had a death of a child. I went through a 7-year IRS audit. My house burned down. I got out of a systematic 16-year abusive relationship. I am going through some serious civil litigation with my neighbors. It's this huge lawsuit. My entire world was crumbling. And about 10 months ago, I sat there and decided I want to make some changes. I want happiness. And coming 10 months later, I am happier than I've ever been. But that has not happened overnight. So we often hear people say that happiness is a choice. And I think that's true. But there's a big asterisk, but. Happiness is a choice, but it's not something that happens overnight. It is a slow accumulation of choices and decisions that we make over time. So when you go to the gym and you work out every day for a week, you don't come home and all of a sudden have a beach body. No, it's those choices and that relentless fervor and tenacity to keep with it and keep working hard toward those goals that eventually get you somewhere. So you can't say exercise doesn't work because you go to the gym one time and you don't look great. You can't say that eating healthy doesn't work because you eat healthy for 3 days and that didn't work. And happiness works the same way. You have to know that it's going to take time and work. It's going to be a slow process of loving yourself. So the first key to finding your true happiness is, what does that even look like for you? Write out, what is happiness? What would I be happy with? Write out what you can change and what you can't change. And there's a root cause of your unhappiness. If you're unhappy, there is a root cause. But oftentimes I think that we sit here and try to conform to what society tells us we should be happy with. Oh, I have to work in this job for 40 years and then retire and then I'll be happy. Or, oh, I'm in this unhappy marriage, but my religion tells me that I need to be happy and that I should make this work no matter what's going on in it. And so I have no choice. I have to stay miserable. You don't. Those are choices that you make. It was Jose Ballou that said, happiness is really cheap, but what a price we pay for its counterfeit. Get to know yourself. Love yourself. I know I look at it like myself. I unconditionally love my children and I truly want them to be happy. I unconditionally forgive them, accept them, and love them for who they really are. So why do we not do that for ourselves? Why do you not get to know yourself and get to know who you are and give yourself what you need to be happy? Not what your parents are telling you that you need to be happy with, not what your friends are telling you need to be happy with, what you know you need to be happy with. And when you surround yourself with people that hold themselves to a higher standard, that act with a level of integrity that is uncompromisable, you are going to start to notice that you are naturally going to be happy because those friends aren't going to let you off the hook for being less than your absolute best version of yourself. You owe it to yourself to be the absolute best version of yourself. So just because you've made bad choices, I made a lot of really bad choices and I stayed in a really bad relationship for a long time and compromised who I was and compromised my happiness. But just because I made bad choices in the past doesn't mean that I don't deserve love and forgiveness and to be loved and to forgive myself for those bad choices and immediately start making better choices. Slowly, every day. It's work, but you're gonna get there. And if you're not going to get there and you're not going to choose to write out what happiness looks like for you, I want unconditional love. I want to be my true authentic self. If you're not going to work for that, no one else is going to work for it for you. No one else is going to know you the way that you know you and want to make you happy the way that you deserve to be happy. You need to believe that you really deserve to be happy and treat yourself with love and respect. So, I'm looking at my notes here. The right people give you hard truths in love, but they also encourage you to be happy. So this last week, I went to a good friend of mine, and I was like, how long do I need to be single? You know, because my husband's been on dating sites for, well, pretty much our whole marriage. But I'm kind of lonely, and I just kind of want to get out and meet new people, but I feel kind of weird about that. So first of all, I would never bring men around my children. Second of all, I know that I deserve to be happy, and I deserve to have things that make me happy. So a friend hooked me up with a friend of hers, and it didn't work out in this situation. But what I noticed is the moment that someone started noticing how wonderful I was and telling me I was beautiful, I opened up like a butterfly. I was glowing. And I learned something about myself. Why am I not doing that for myself? Why am I not treating myself with that same kindness and compassion? So I wake up every morning and say, you're beautiful and you deserve happiness. And that happiness should not come from anyone else. True happiness comes from within, from making choices and knowing where you want to go. Now, that being said, I think that as humans, we crave human affection and interaction with other people. But you got to be picky about who you allow in your life to do that. Be with people that encourage you. So what I decided I'm doing, because mentally I was treated emotionally and mentally so bad for so long, it's not that I didn't want love and compassion. It's that I wasn't getting that, and I wasn't being treated that way. I wasn't demanding to be treated that way. So I decided it is time for me to conduct interviews for someone that I am going to allow in my life to keep me company when my children are gone. And I deserve that. And I'm not going to get so hung up on someone that they become my existence, because doing that would be taking a step backward. That's what I did before. I allowed someone else to be my entire life. I need to know who I am and what I am, and anyone else that comes into my life adds to that happiness. They are not the source of that happiness. So I hope everyone's doing well. Especially those of you following me. I loved all the beautiful messages I got. I love the likes and the comments, but especially those of you following me that have gotten out of abusive relationships. You are loved. Love yourself. You are beautiful. Tell yourself that. You don't need anyone but yourself, but also it is okay to crave human companionship and find someone that treats you the way that you know you deserve to be treated. I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. Feel free to message me if you have any comments. And for everyone who thinks that my life choices are bad and they don't like my life choices and you're being super critical, I don't care. Go to hell, because I'm not trying to make you happy. I'm trying to make me happy. I have to sleep in the bed with myself at night. You don't. So if your life choices are what makes you happy, I'm happy for you. I'm not here criticizing the way that you choose to live your life. I'm choosing to live my life for me. First and foremost in my life comes me and my kids. And I would always do anything for my kids. Anyway, now there's people talking in the background, so I'm going to go. But I digress anyway. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.